Mr. Gator. Paging Mr. Gator. We're just going to get stuck right the fuck in, because that's what we do here. I ain't got no time for no preamble. Just diving in. All right, let's set up number one thing. Or 3, 4, 5, we're going to set up a... Hey, Chris. I got an interesting email yesterday. A really interesting one. I got paid by Twitch for the first time ever. That was cool. So someone's been like a subscriber, you know, whatever it is, $2.99 a month or whatever, something like that. So like and it just so I set my limit to like $50. So as it accrues, you know, as it gets to $50, then that's when they finally pay me. And you know, it's like a set and forget thing. Like I set that whole thing up like a year ago, and I had no idea I even had any like actual subscribers. So that's really cool. And it's just a happy little bonus. It's like that's nice. That'll partially defray the cost of some patch cables. Oh my god, I'm gonna. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, that marbles. Shut up. We're turning your rate down. All right, all the way down because you suck. Let's see what doesn't suck. It's extract. I've got. Holy shit, it's really nice. All right, so today's all about the Goa trance vibes. All right, so we are hanging out in the key of C, Phrygian dominant. Which, if you don't know what that is, you know your harmonic minor. Okay, there's your harmonic minor. It's the fifth mode. So it's like major third, really weird. But then the top is like a minor scale. So you got a major third, but you got a flat second in there. And it's like my favorite scale. And it's a really common scale in some like Middle Eastern music, Indian music. They use it on occasion, you know, by a different name. Here we call it the Phrygian dominant. It's the Hijaz Maqam if you're in the Arabic world. And it's brilliant because you've got a major flat 2 chord. So if you're in C, hey Ian, if you're in C, you have a C major chord. If you move it to the 2, it's a D flat major chord, and then the B flat going down one is a minor chord. It's such like it's just, it's so good. And yeah, we're gonna hear a little bit of that today. So, you know, let's set up a bass line first. To be completely honest, I really want to dial in like a I'm an SH-101, you know, type bass sound, which is not horribly difficult. It's like, seriously, it's just like one oscillator. So we'll go pitch 1. We're going to run the vector, a lot of this stuff today. So vector's going to be doing probably 4 or 5 tracks at the very least, if not go on the full 6. And then we're going to run that thar duder into a real basic filter, you know what I mean? Honestly, we could probably use the 860 for that. The 860 is a little bit ballsy at the 24 dB setting. But we could use 12. And to be honest, somebody remind me, does the SH-101, I think that's a 12 dB filter, isn't it? Google, supply me with my knowledge, you daft bitch. SH filter. What you got, bro? Oh, some people are saying It's an 18 dB. I thought that's also what the TB303 was. But there's a lot of weird arguments for that, and I don't get that. Like, can't we just look it up? How many of these things have there been? Like, we should be able to open the guts out and be like, man, there's the part. This is what it is. Done. Why is there argument? It makes no sense. Dude, seriously? Nobody even wants to, like, tell me what the heck it is? Oh. Yeah, it's a Curtis chip filter. So the CEM3340 filter, whatever the heck that is, you know, it's one of those, it's a chip filter. There's a bunch of them out there. That's like the most common one in a lot of Roland stuff. So this seems like this should work okay. So let's get that bass going, yo. And it always gets channel 4 for no particular reason other than like it. So shut up. Let's see here. C2 is going to be our bass. Should we make it 16 parts long? Yeah, as well. 16 parts is a good length. Oh, damn. Y'all don't go to like below that. I want C2. Go boom 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 boom. 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 Boom boom. Low C. Boom. Boom boom. Boom boom. Boom. Hell yeah, we go major third. Boom. And a G. We'll leave it off at a G, and then we'll just turn all of those gates on, and we'll get a nice rolling bass line going. This sounds like a job for Mr. Herman. Paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, please come to the white courtesy phone. This guy, that guy, yeah. Let's see if I nailed it on the first try. Here we go. Oh, it would help to start the clock. 12 dB better. We already got kick, clap, everything. And so on. Okay, I want to check my levels too. I can't forget to do this. I screwed around with my compressor. Hey, Trip Tilt. I 100% agree with that statement right there. That man is wise. That man is wise. What about just a little tiny bit of like rise and fall? Okay, the only problem is that the ultra low C2s that I'm throwing in there are like fuzzing out big time. And that's, I think, mostly because of just, let's see, I changed a couple of them. Bobby, do you have a good, like a reverb pedal to put that thing through? Kind of don't quite like it. Here. Maybe we should go to like G's instead of. boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. That's actually better. And you know what we can do too? We could maybe beef it up with just a little bit of square wave. There is a trance bass line. A little bit of delay. Nice, man. I would like to sell my Microfreak. Kind of not kidding. It sits there and it doesn't get used, and I feel a little bad. I bought it. I was really excited to buy it. My fervor for that synth lasted approximately 6 weeks. I think I just need to force myself to play it. Maybe I should take it to school and hook it up and just fart around with it at random times, which is always a good time. That's where my Hydrosynth lives right now. And that I don't get tired of. Oh, hell yeah, man. Congrats. And it's a nice little beast. Please don't take my critique for what you should expect. You are not a full gas person like I tend to be. I did a live stream back when I got it. It was like 2 years ago. Well, and you've got that baseline generator coming too, though. You probably did. It's probably what got the whole idea stuck in your head. But I hope you got the version 2 that has the vocoder and everything. Has a microphone. Not the TD3. There's that the S1 that you said you got I forget the name of the company. I can't think of it. It's a weird name. They're a fairly new company. Dude, I don't know about y'all, but typically in February, the Donner, that's the one. Yeah. Typically February, we have like feet of snow on the ground, right? And it's like nipple-shatteringly cold. And it's kind of not. Like it's 30 right now, so that's not that great. But it's going to be in the 50s this coming week. And there's no snow on the ground anymore. It's wild. It's like we got an early spring. And I swear, as long as I've been alive, the Groundhog, which is literally one town over from me, was where they filmed Groundhog Day, right? My friends were extras in it. Funny story about that. Here, Moogly story time. Here's the story time, okay? When Groundhog Day was filming in Woodstock, Illinois, right? My mom knew the local casting agent, right? And most of it was filmed in the area, okay? And like not in LA on a sound stage and so on and so forth, right? My mom knew the casting agent. And she calls me at some point and she's like, "Hey, do you want to teach Bill Murray how to play piano?" And I was like, "Yes." Is that even a question? And then we started talking, and I talked to the woman in charge of it, No, 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 no. This is a missed opportunity story. It was the thing was supposed to happen 1 week before finals. Uh, and I'm trying to think when it was. I want to say it was my senior year. All right. So then I also had a final recital, multiple final recitals that I had to do to fucking graduate, right? And yeah, and I was just like, I I can't. I really can't. And I didn't because I couldn't. I mean, I probably could have. Who knows where life would have taken me, right? No idea. So they got some, I guess, a professor at like DePaul, so somebody probably way the fuck better than me when I was graduating from college. That's for sure, right? Like, it's just a hilarious like what if story for me. Like, it's something I do think back on every now and then. Like, I had the opportunity, and it was teaching him how to fake play, like not teach him piano, like teach him how to fake it realistically enough. Like that, I probably could have done. And that would have been hilarious. Just, hanging out with Bill Murray, whatever. Yeah, fun story. But yeah, a couple friends of mine. One of my friends is an extra in the big bachelor auction scene. He's like in the crowd somewhere. So all my friends that were like around at the time, like, were trying to get on as extras. Most of them ended up on the cutting floor. Hilarious though, because it's literally 15 minutes away from me. Nice little picturesque town. You know, yeah. Yeah, dude, he would be. I think nowadays it would be like timestamps. Yeah, maybe it's me in retrospect. It may not have been my senior year. It may have been another time, but it was definitely right before finals, like a week before finals, and I would have to like not be at school for like multiple weeks. Oh yeah, I know you can see a friend of mine in the bachelor scene for like half a second. I want to say it's when Bill Murray's walking up to the stage and there's kind of a spotlight on him, and like my buddy Jim is like way off on the left side of the frame. You just see his face just like clapping. Ned? Ned Ryerson? Psh, it's my favorite. I might have to watch that tonight. I think I've got it someplace on a random hard drive. Filled with pirated data. The man will never put me down. Okay, sorry. Let's make some arpeggios and stop it with this madness. And we're also going to need some sort of like a obviously, right? In fact, let's just rig that up right now because that's not going to take all that long. Okay, here's what we do, right? Here's what we do. We take this here trigger here. See, this here trigger comes out once every 8 whole notes. Every 8 measures, it sends out a gate, right? You know what I'm saying? So all we need to do then is like put that there. See, that's not that tight. It looks tight. It's not tight. It's okay. We just put that there in an envelope, right? And we take that envelope and we run that into the dagger filter. Why are we using the dual dagger filter? Well, because the dual dagger filter is an architecture where you've got a low pass going straight into a high pass, right? And what we're going to need to do is completely eliminate all of the low end. Because white noise, if you don't know, white noise is every single frequency at once. All right? So, like, that's a lot of low end, if you know what I'm saying. All right? So I'm gonna take I got my noise generator right here, right? We got our white noise generator. We're gonna bring that guy in like so, like that. All right. We're gonna take a stereo out from this bad boy because there's the potential for some panning action, if you know what I'm saying. Right. By the way, I was in class, not in class, but like in the halls, doing my teacher duty thing. And I got the opportunity to go, hey, I'm walking here. And it felt fucking great. think I was just like, you know, coming back from the bathroom or something like that, and just kids that just walk sideways or backwards, or they're like on their phone, like looking down, and they just bump into me, and they just bounce off, and it's just so good. There are days that I'm just like, I'm not moving for anybody today. Forget it. I'm like slipping and dipping and sliding and dodging, and you know, I'm a big dude, you know, I'm 6'3", and you know, I'm a hefty guy to say the least. Um, I take them all down. Doesn't matter. Like there's some big kids there, but man, I just flatten their asses, and all I do is walk straight, and then they just boom, boom, followed. It's the most hilarious thing. Are we getting anything? No, we're not, because the pulse is not doing its thing. That's pretty much exactly what I was looking for. But see, right? Make that envelope last just a little bit longer. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? All right. Actually, I'm going to give it its own channel, because here's what we also need to do. We are going to run it pre-fader to the reverb, okay? Which means this is the dry signal right now, and then the reverb send is the wet signal. We're only getting the wet signal now. So now, okay, scratch that idea. That's a little much. We need the initial concussive. Like that. That reverb might be a little bit excessive. Might. Yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. That's the... That is called a noise sweep, okay? If you don't know your production lingo, just GTFO. Oh, you know what? You know what's a hilarious thing that my 6th graders do? Is they say flip instead of fuck, and they just think that that's like cool and normal, and it's so goddamn embarrassing. They're just like, what the flip, dude? Really? Did you really? You that's what you chose? Are you just getting your mouth used to the F sound? Is that it? Like just my personal impression, you know? Just going to leave it at that. Take it for what it's worth, which isn't much. All right, so there's our noise sweep. And again, that will cycle every 8 measures automatically. Right after a drum fill, because right now I have, at the end of every 8 measures, I have 2 beats of random voltage going into the kick drum and the clap, which I call the auto fill, right? So every 8 measures throws in a drum fill at the very end. Hey, Surrealist. Willkommen. Willkommen. So what else we got going here? By the way, I don't know if you remember me talking about this Quadigy that I ordered. It turns out I'm dumb, and I must have forgotten to push the big button. I just never ordered it. And I was thinking, like, you know, there are other things. Like, there are literal holes here that could be filled in. That's what she said. And I think I need to look into that. I want to get a precision, an adder, basically like an octave switch kind of thing. And I know, I think Shackmat makes one that's supposed to be kind of cool. That might just be that. Put that guy right there, and we could do some interesting things with that. So, arpeggios. Let's do arpeggios. This is going to be like 49 patch cables. Pardon the sniffles. Allergies are... that. You know what? My whole story of like February and how it normally is around here was I'm sniffly, and I cannot break it for the life of me. And we're just swimming in allergies around. It's got to be just like, you know... because this is all just like warm air from the south that got sucked up here, and like it's all this foreign mold and pollen and goober, and it's holy crap, man. It's kicking my booty hole. Sorry to be such a potty mouth. Hey, we got slim line patch cables too. We should be using them. Possible. All right, so we're gonna go. Channel 1 here is gonna go into the popple. I am literally patching 3 voices simultaneously right now. So if I look like a lunatic, you're right, but also that. Right, this is number 1. This is mic number 1. This is mic number 1. Isn't this a lot of fun? That's an easy one. Anybody wants the name? Okay, and then there's number 2. Number 3 is going to come from Land Down Under, where women glow and men chunder. Did you hear the thunder? You better run. You better take cover. You know what? Let's just run plats. Let's do that. That's easy. And we'll just like send it a trigger, because fuck, man, trigger's simple. And then we've got short patch cable. I'm like, plats. I just don't use it enough, which is, you know, dumb. No reason not to. Oh, actually, never mind. I'm thinking out loud, badly. All right. Part 3 is already done, so let's go 3, 4, 5. Part 5 on the sequencer, and figure something out here. How many long is this going to be? It's not going to be 8, because 8 is boring. So we'll go 7. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, like that. Except we're gonna put no gate for you. Fuck you. Shut up. You shut up right now. I destroy you. That's not what we're looking for here. Circuit is a really good shop. Hey, Lemon. And Jojo. Welcome. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, let's set up some chance operations on this. Chance type. Man, I don't know. Skipping steps. Doing weird stuff. Like, we could do, like, +7s. Occasional rest, and then we can just add like probabilities, just a little tiny bit, you know. Yeah, Perfect Circuit's a really good shop. My only complaint with them is that they don't use like any kind of fast shipping here. And I mean, that's a pretty important part of the game. I have to say, like their typical things take like 5-6 days, business days, you know? And that's from US to US. They're in California. Yeah, I've got 2 more arpeggio parts to add to this, so yeah, you're absolutely right, Joji. You gotta layer them. One of these is going to be a straight 8, and then I think the other one 5 is always a winner. Let's put the 5 in there right now. 7-6-5, and again we are in C, Phrygian dominant. For those of you keeping score at home. Let's bring this whole thing down an octave, and then some gates. That should be giving us nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Do you know why? Because I didn't hook up to it at all. So that'll do her, you know. We'll go. We don't have to use long cables for this. Because we're the Zadar. So we'll go part 3 right here, channel A, chonk. Part 4, channel B, meh. Go channel B and take what's that guy goes to here. This guy to here. Yeah, and that's actually the sadly enough, that's the thing I keep missing was like I had a bunch of cables at that on my that was where my order was in for that Quadigy was Perfect Circuit actually. And you know, it occurs to me I did see in my other email address like a number of things saying, "Hey, do you want to buy this stuff that's still in your shopping cart?" And I was like, "Nah," because I shopped around to a couple of different places that I was looking for the Quadigy, and yeah, I'm just a doofus, as we've been proven many times. Oh, gorgeous. Do something that I normally maybe wouldn't do. Typically from probably like laziness / not wanting to deal with the annoyance. And that is, I'm going to take that entire submixer with all 3 of those arpeggiated parts, right? And I'm going to bring it into its own filter. We're going to put that guy in the Zagreb. But as you see, it requires a very annoyingly long cable run to do it efficiently. Actually, let me think here. No, it would make more sense to put the cable run on the way back, to be honest. So let's do that, and then this guy goes in here, and then sort of out. That would make a hell of a lot more sense in the grand scheme of things, because then we can just do a dual run of reds. Still hear every once in a while. It's hilarious. That's the unfortunate reality of the text mix is it leaks a little bit through the effects send. There we go. Mostly that's just going to be kept at the max. But it allows us some really cool effects. let's get the other part going here. This is part 4, so we need part 3. So let's make this an 8. Hang on a minute. Something is amiss. Brown, blue. Do this the real way here, real quick. Something is amiss. Somebody has drifted, and it's going to piss me off. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I had all this stuff dialed in at the start of the stream. But, you know, it is analog. As the cabinet heats up and everything starts to kind of get a little juicy, you know, everything drifts if it's analog. So, yeah. Try to put everything back just the way we found it. This guy goes there. Raffle. Final output. It's the final output. Okay, let's see where we are now. If it sounds like poop. Oh, that's better. Thank you. Thank you. All y'all need to shut up, okay? First of all of these subsequences are going to be 2 whole notes long, which means I'm going to have to go from part to part, switch them all basically one at a time, just like chonk. 2 whole notes long. Okay. Parameter is going to be transposition, and we're going to go +1, -2. And I think that's it. So number 1 is +1, -2. That would be horrible. +1, -2. All right, which means it's basically going to go to a D flat major chord, down to a B flat minor, and then back up to the C, which is kind of nice, right? So, you know, let's see if this actually works here. If we enable it, then we go enable. Hit play. Let's see what happens. Waiting. That's what. let's not spoil it for the kids yet here. All right, it sounded pretty sweet. It's looking a little red, though, I gotta say. I'm a little disappointed. So we need to get some good stuff going in here. I'll tell you, one thing we do need is some phantom voices. And what better thing to use than the looper for that? So, let's get this guy set up, going. And I'm thinking, easiest thing to use is just the built-in condenser mic in the R-bar. And, let's see. Wait, first of all, does YouTube have any ravings from L. Ron Hubbard? Yes, it does. Excellent. Yeah.
And most of my teams in Asia. And that is an area of the world where human misery and want are very visible, where man has reached perhaps the lowest states of degradation. And a young man moving into that scene begins to ask the question, why? Why all this? Why? What is this? What depths can man fall to? And what is he anyway?
Perfect. Anybody ever hear L. Ron Hubbard talking? Oh, yes. Yup. 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 You pretty much know how this whole track is going to go. Okay. Speaking of the R bar, we need something in there. I think I'm going to look at a lead first. And I typically use my leads kind of the same path. Melodicers, because they are just oh so interactive and awesome. You know? Let's see here. Where's this guy going? I'm thinking we'll put one in the neutron and one in the Ikari. But the question remains, which oscillator to use? Right? God, I might put another part on the vector chainsaw part. Hmm. We probably could. Probably could do that. So that is going to be. It's going to come from somewhere else. We could do the warp core for the first one. That'd be a thing. That'd be a swing in time. Theoretically. Assuming these cables reach their destination. Sons of bitches. There it is. Boom. And they totally reach their destination. I was going to do a short cable here, but then that's just another noxious thing in the way of manipulating the melodizer. Or the melodizer, as I like to call it. Two on cables. I think this guy is going to go. I think we're going to look for like something pretty high res here. Right? And I'm thinking distortion might be good. That might be fun. Yeah, dude. The melodizer is it's just so damn fun. You know, you can't really make it smaller. It would be nice if it had multiple channels. It would be nice, but that would be really hard for it to implement. I think the only way to do that would be to either have motorized or like a touch panel interface. So like for each of the notes, you know, have like a little tiny little capacitive touch screen, you know, and just put each one side by side and fuck, man, put a little piece of felt in the middle of them or something like that. Make it tactile, make it interesting. You know, but then you jack up the price by like $150, and then you're like one channel for 20 or whatever. It's like 40 something HP, I think 40, 42. It's the same size as a Metropolis, which in my former case, you know, I used to swap them in and out when I had them both, and then I got big case, and then I got this big case. So it was when it was in my last big case that I was like, God damn it, I would love to have two of these things, and I just splurged, you know, because they're just so damn fun. All right, we're doing the thing. We're going distortion. Then I'm thinking into. Kind of want to make it go, bring it into the other Versio. I think that's a good idea. No, you cannot. You cannot save the patterns on this. Or wait, no, I think you can. I think you can. I just don't ever. Like ever. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Look it up in the manual. I'm not sure 100%, but they may have implemented that in like firmware or something like that. But I just don't do it ever. So I may be wrong. The SIG is the same way. It does not save presets or anything. But again, that's kind of their whole point, is like it's random. So, you know. Yeah, clock syncing can suck, dude. Um So case in point, all right, there are certain modules that follow the trailing edge of a clock pulse. The dope for this A160, which is their most basic clock divider, it does that. Right? What did I have at home? There was something else that worked the same way, and it was really weird. So trying to get that like synchronized with a particular clock pulse was kind of impossible. Like when I was using the data as clock, I did manage to fudge the timing of the signal, which was easy to do. And you can do that with PAMs too. No, the easy way I found with my system is to stop the clock and like start everything fresh. And that's the one way that I've gotten like consistently, like the vector is an asshole. So what I'm trying to sync is the Maestro is running multiple timed long-term modulation, right? So like the autofill, so at the end of every 8 measures, the last 2 quarter notes are random voltages to control the kick drum and the snare or the clap, right? So autofill. I have an 8 measure rise and fall and a 16 measure rise and fall that I'm going to start routing to filters and things like that as we go along. And like that stuff all has to be synchronized. And the vector, when you hit play, it doesn't start right away. It lags basically by an 8th note, like half or like 2 clock pulses behind, basically, because it's getting 16th notes, right? So like you have to time it. And I sit here, I watch the drum fill and I push it at just the right time, and I finally figured I could do it, 100%. But you have to really watch that display closely. But there's just like an easier way, which is stop the clock and then restart it. And then like everything kind of runs a little differently, and it makes me kind of nuts. Like you would think that something like that would be standardized. Like you've got the volt per octave standard, which is not universal. Some stuff use really weird like hertz per volt and really weird stuff. Korg uses a totally different system. So I have an MS-20 right here, right behind me. Hello. That I would love to, use it as a voice some point, but I don't have any kind of translation that can make it work. So I would have to run like a MIDI track out of the vector and then run it in via that, which is actually a pretty good idea. I don't know why I haven't done it before. As we've discussed, I am an idiot. So there's that, and lazy. But I feel like it would just perch like right on top. Maybe I could mount my camera on it, so then it would become a load-bearing MS-20. Okay. Let's stop talking and patching again. Jesus. Motor mouth here. Sorry. Boom. Beep. Oh, lordy. Jeez. Okay. Where are we? I'm going to reconsider this. I'm going to reconsider this and use the Zadar because I think, you know, getting some variation in the envelope on a lead is a really, really good idea. And it's not something I do nearly often enough. And now I need a longer cable. You bastards! I don't know who they are. I don't know who the bastards are. There we go. Okay, so now what we can do is something kind of interesting. Like, let's take a chunk out of water here, and we're gonna make it mono, not bipolar, unipolar. All right, it is unipolar. So what I'm gonna do is just do a little. Let's reset everything here. So it's going to give me an 8-step voltage sequence, and I'm going to use that for the decay time. So we go boom, we go time, and we raise a little tiny bit of modulation. Alright, so we're going to modulate, first of all, that little angle control.
Know what I'm saying? Sweep because it goes to high pass. God damn, that's beautiful. All right, no, wait. Oh no, that is the filter that I wanted to use.
That's where we're at. Fuck yeah. There's lead 1. Okay, lead 2. You know, I'm really digging the whole let's put the envelope in the Zadar thing. I had a funky thought the other day, and it was this. Instead of a Quadigy, why not get another Zadar? Smaller. Works fucking great. Also doubles as an LFO if you want. Modulatable. And it does ADSR. You can select a sustain level on the envelope. Right? So, like, it works just like an ADSR. And it's got, like, I don't know, hundreds of different envelope shapes in it. Right? Yeah, Junkie XL. That guy's got an interesting story, man. Like, he was like gas man, like the worst ever. And then he just dumped all of his shit. Yeah, since I had the 2 melodicers, it kind of opened my brain to the thought of, like, there are certain things that you could definitely have 2 of. People talking about having like 2 maths in their rack, which I could see if you're a maths person. I, however, am not. But that's beside the point. Okay. So let's get a second lead going here. Something a little crystally. And when you say crystally, you think crystally, I don't know about you, but I think Cloud Terrarium. I also want to get a part in the chainsaw, and I might try to make that like a cool, like, 5th thing, and I don't know how I'm going to do that quite yet. It'll be annoying. I'm going to basically have to double the volt per octave part, run half of it through, like, the junction to try to add a DC offset voltage to the sequence, but it's probably not going to be in tune very well. And it'll be interesting. So that's my plan. I have done it before. I just don't remember exactly. That's the issue. We could stand for some kind of maybe modulation on some of these voices. I don't want to overdo it, though, to be completely honest. If this is like really like like a Goa style of, trancey stuff. Like, most of that stuff was in the mid-90s, right? So, TBs and, SH-101, 808s, 909s, the whole works. Analog shit, oftentimes on batteries because they were, like, running on generators and stuff there. Raves on the beach, Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I might just get a second Zadar. Because damn, that thing would just be really, really useful right there. And I like the fact that it has a lot of... Well, they all have CV, but I guess you can do, like, multiple things with the CVs, I think.
You may not be able to. That may not be true. I don't know. But okay. So what are we doing here? We're hooking up a lead. We're going Cloud Terrarium to Ikari. Yeah. Let's do that. The Ikari is a good one because we can boost some gain in that thing too and probably get distort. We don't really. That other lead is the naughty one. Don't need two naughties. Or do we? Maybe we do.
Guess we'll have to explore the sonic potential together. Friends?
Ooh, now you talking. Now you talking, Surrealist. That's a good idea. Yeah, get like a high-powered Zadar. I've got the HP for it. I would sub out the dual ADSR. That's 14. So I think it's the exact same of that combo, you know. It's 10 plus 4, I think, right? So, interesting. Very interesting. Who got me a level? Oh, there's a level there. A little bit much. Alright, now this thing definitely needs to be modulated here. Let's just throw an LFO into the Z-axis. We'll get some motion going. Alright, now let's throw another LFO into the Y. Which is some of the phase offset stuff that you can get on here, so it'll have some phase separation in stereo now, and it'll just kind of dance around. There we go. Okay, so that's the point where it starts to clip. About 2 o'clock. Are you playing anything? No, your rest is all the way up. You know what I kind of want is put this in the VCA. And then run like a let's use the SIG. Let's use the SIG. So we're gonna run basically just a. I'll do a G. I'll do the notes of a major 7th chord. Okay. My dominant 7th chord on a 16th note. Okay. So basically, what that's going to give me is a range from like 1 to 2 volts, for example. It'll be 4 notches in there. That'll be fairly equal. That'll give me enough resolution to have some decent modulations. And then A small cable reach. Wouldn't that be fucking fantastic? Yes. Actually, let's go into the volt per octave. Now, when we start adding octaves. And we can loop that, of course. Snare it down to 8 steps. Seven step. Do you guys stream at all? Do you guys ever broadcast? Let's modulate that envelope too, that time, by just a tiny bit too, not a lot, because I really do want it crispy like this. Oh my god, I think I just nutted myself. Holy cow, that's cool. It's like little water driplets. It's not exactly a lead. It's more of just like a constant accompaniment. That being the case, I'm going to move it to channel 3 right here. And I'm going to tone down the wave movement here, because there are places where the wave just drops out. And maybe actually that's probably coming from the SIG. Yeah. I can narrow the range pretty easily just by shutting down the number of octaves that's being sent. That's better. They actually run into high pass. Crispy. All right. This is gonna be fun. Okay, man, I'm salivating here. All right, chainsaw voice, and then we're good to go. Notice I'm not. Ooh, no, I probably should. The R bar should probably use that. Just for a little extra filler. Damn. That's a whole thing now, you know? You know, should just not. All right, let's do the chainsaw voice as planned, and then see where my heart lies. How long are we at here, anyways? Hour and 20. That's okay. That's pretty good. Actually, kind of ahead of schedule. I did the drums and the subharm ahead of time. I do have a subharmonicon part, of course, going through some nice stereo chorus action. It resets every 2 measures. Boom, ba-da, boom, boom. It's almost weird. It's almost like carnival-y and jumpy. I don't know if I 100% like it. Maybe faster is better. Oh, that's a yes. That's a hard yes. Now we're talking gorgeous. Now we're fitting in with this like assault of 16th notes that you're going to get. I hope you're ready. I hope your cerebral pie holes are ready for this mass injection of 16th note insanity that you're about to receive.
We who are about to receive mass quantities of 16th notes do solemnly swear to not vomit upon one's self or loved ones.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to try to do. All right, let's go part 2. All right, subsequencer is all rigged. All we need to do is actually make a part. And it's going to be a really, really easy part. So, okay, pitch 2. So this is going to Das Chainsaw, right? This one is not. This one is going to the junction. We'll take secondary output down here. Second volt per octave. Das Chainsaw. I'm gonna run that bad boy into this here newfangled filter. This here Sam 1DST. Want to get the treatment there. You're gonna get some good filtering action going down. That's for sure. That's for dang sure. This guy's gonna go to what? Something seems off. That's kind of raunchy. It's weird. So I am trying to add a DC voltage to the second volt per octave in of the chainsaw. The problem is it's not the same. So it's adding X amount of voltage, right? But that's not the way volt per octave really works. If you add X amount of voltage, you're not hitting the right intervals if we try to apply it to a musical scale. So the detuned lower note is a little bit out of tune. So you have to find the middle ground that's like acceptable. Like you can get it sounding perfect, and then it'll sound really gross when it moves. So this is the trick, right? Now we're talking. Okay, so we need to modulate that, of course. Let's get the 16 measure rise and fall. Oh shit, we can't. We're already doing it. We can do it a little bit. And that's okay.
question. If I took, this has 2 CV ins, but they're for each side of the filter, right? And if you patch them both, they are not normalized. They don't combine, right? If I did a stackable and I jumpered that connection, would those voltages combine? Would there be any danger in trying it? I don't think so. I mean, they're just small voltages. So what if we stacked that? I mean, if it works just as a crude summing, I'm totally happy with that because that's all I want to do. Is have some fun. I get a feeling. Okay, here we go. Blowing up our filter. Nope, not blowing up. Good. Envelopes are a little mushier. That's kind of to be expected. I keep overdriving the filter too. That's kind of a sexy part right there. I do say so myself. And I do. It's a little janky in the tuning department, though. Hope you can live with that, because that's what you get. Alright, we need... Let's get this R-bar part going down here. Series, so this is a 16-step sequence. No, it needs to go a little slower than that, otherwise this isn't going to work. Need to have this as whole notes. Synchronizing that sequencer. Because it's moving on beat 3. bit ahead, so that's okay. All right. All right, I'm going to stop the clock. That part can shut up. And then we're going to rig up the R-bar part here. I'm not totally 100% sure what I'm going to throw in there. But we're going to granularize. I was thinking maybe some, like, plucked, like, AME, like, maybe go into Parsec with Reason. And, like, oh, this is going to the Aurora. Will these reach to the Aurora? They won't reach to the mixer, but I think I can thread them through. That sure would be... Not really. Not comfortably, at least. Oh my goodness. I came up with 2 really long purple cables right away. It's a miracle. It's truly amazing. This is all the purple voice right here. The only thing. 2 little short purple guys. That would be just too precious. Hey. Hey. Am I at the channels? I guess I technically am. Except for the one in... okay. I guess we're going to have to just make do that for the time being. Unfortunate. It should be okay, though. Alright, now I need to rig up something here. Use Reason. Because that's damned convenient, let me tell you. Bonk. Thud. Alright. And I'm just going to find some sort of cool little plucky part that I can be like. Have it sweep through at fairly high speed. Shut up! Go away! I've already got it started. I don't need no companion. Yeah, Parsec is what I was initially leaning to here. Oh, Lord. It's gross. Interesting. No, you can't probably hear this, but it's just playing a cool sound. There we go. Go even higher. Gain. Higher. Yeah, like that kind of thing, right? Make sure this is all cleared up. Gonna need probably the first 3 layers here. All right, so the first one. I hit a wrong note. Can't have that in there. It's gonna be disgusting. All right. And then this one is going to be a D flat major.
This one's going to be a B flat minor. There we go. Okay. And that should give us plenty of granular graininess to grain with. This is pink channel, but pink channel should be on. We should be hearing something. Oh, wait, no, we're not. We're gonna run. That's not gonna work terribly well. Then if we go layers, and then we've got chords. Turn all these down. That's not, nope, missed a couple. Okay. Now, the only thing is I'm going to have to kind of like turn knobs on that sequencer on the fly once I restart the clock and everything is all synced up. In fact, let's mute the divider right now. It's weird. It's not getting a clock signal, but it's still continuing, which is interesting. Didn't know it did that. Kind of cool. So, there's that guy. What else do we need? We don't need the internal reverb in the R bar because we're going to blur this thing a lot. Kind of just want like a shimmer. To be honest, I think I'd rather have a high pass. Is that a thing that we can do? Of course we can. That's nicer as it is, because it's a nice treble boost in there. One of these 8-measure rise and fall guys, I think, into the frequency there. Which is not going to run until I start the clock, so let's just do that.
A little too resi. Now we could run a gate to this too, which, damn, like a 16th note gate would be cool. I know one of these is putting out a 16th note gate. One of these trigger outs, I want to say it's like number 2. So we'll find out, like now. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's too poppy. Kind of curious. If I just attenuate a gate, would that take some of the crackle out of it? So if I ran it into the motion meter here, no, it's just chock full of crackle. All right. So we'll just run a really, really quick envelope. Let's see, fast, zero attack. It's a really, really fast decay only. Basically all you need. Just reach. Yeah, just barely. There we go. I don't like that run. That's really, really tight. Good. Alright. Almost there. I might poke through a couple other filter types. Let's see what we can come up with. There's like a nice... That's not a thing. Cool. No, not quite what I'm looking for, though. Kind of. I like it. It is different. And if we're like here. I'm going to duplicate that envelope, bring it into the CV, the Zadar, that way
Come on. There. There. Jack is a little stiff. Hey. That's what she said. Because that. All right, that's going to come in later, though. Okay. I think we're about ready for jam time then. So now it's time to actually, legitimately try to synchronize everything in here. All right, this is going to take me a second. So if you need to go pee or something or get a new beverage, now is the time, all right? All right, so it's basically right at, it's like steps like 7, 8, and 9, assuming it is right now. That's the thing. Percent sure. Let's turn it on. Oh, except that is off. It's not. Doesn't matter. Okay, so this is early steps, which means we're talking over here. Handy dance. All right, so we need just a little bit. I think right here. Yeah, here. This one's going to be orange guy. Okay, I think it's got it. I think I'm synchronized with all the sequences and stuff like that. I think. Should have room fill right here. Yep, it's ready. Okay. All right, we ready for jam time. We're going pinkish purple today. I'm going to mute my microphone.
moving into that. And what is he as begins to ask questions and reaches perhaps the lowest stage of degradation? The young man is the man moving into that. And what is he as begins to ask questions and reaches perhaps the lowest stage of degradation? What is this? The young man is the man moving into that. And what is he as begins to ask questions?
Yeah, I'm just really glad to be able to share this with y'all. And each one of these, there's some rocky things, but generally we got a slow incline, So yeah, this is one for the books. I have Monday off, so that means I'm gonna probably do a morning stream on Monday, but that also means that Sunday night's gonna be probably a nice long, because that's what she said. No, anyways, yeah, this was fucking righteous, and it was like pretty much straight up Goa trance from like back in the day, and I'm really happy with that. So, again, thanks for coming, and cool. Hopefully, I'll see you soon.